Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Knights of the Pool Table. Last we left off, they had just cleared the mine in Darktown, having rescued the foreman, and ascended to the surface, being paraded along by a squadron of dwarves, who are all very excited to both see their foreman and to learn from you guys that the mine has been, as far as you're concerned, liberated of its evil presence. So, what are you going to do?
Head back to town.
Okay. Well, as you're walking, you are carrying your large luminescent stone, and the dwarves, being people of interest in mining activities, are very entranced by that, and they are kind of reaching out and trying to touch it. They're not trying to take it from you, but they're very interested in it. One of the dwarves approaches you and insists that you let him make you a weapon with that.
What kind of weapon?
He tells you that, he describes to you that this is moonstone and is incredibly light and quite strong. It gives off this radiant glow. He can work with it to make you a versatile two-handed sword.
Okay.
And he says that he will work through the night underneath the moonlight in order to craft it for you by tomorrow morning.
If I use a two-handed sword, I lose the ability to use my shield.
Versatile, like your warhammer, can be wielded with either.
Wielded with one or two hands.
Yes.
Okay.
And falls under the same damage class.
Is there any benefit? Why should I want a moonstone sword?
Let me look at the weapons. Well, aside from it being lighter and easier to wield.
What if it doesn't do more?
Huh?
Yeah, aside from that.
Yeah. It also emanates light, so it allows you to see in the darkness, which is especially useful for a human.
But since I'm not physically picking this thing up in the
and
real world, its weight is sort of inconsequential to me, so I sort of...
More or less,
I'm
that's
wondering
true.
what the benefit of it is.
He also tells you that if you're lucky, that Harael may be generous enough to bless the weapon, or see that it see to it that some sort of power is imbued within it, given that he is quite fond of the moon.
Okay. I will give over my large, smooth, and silky stone.
Okay.
To the strange man.
All right, Ryan.
Should we get the reward from this dude?
Well, it's up to you how exactly you want to handle getting a reward.
Well, I guess he's the one that negotiated that, so I'll let him take care of that. I
Bill?
need to meet up with the foreman at some point. I need the foreman with me. Preferably after we get our reward from him. But I guess in the meantime, are you going to handle that, Birdman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take care of getting money.
I need you to keep your eye on him, too, because I need him.
Alright. Yeah, I will go up to the foreman and go, so, we did have ourselves a deal.
And he's still shaken, but he understands what you're talking about, and he, being kind of taken away to be looked after and to make sure that he's recovering effectively, directs you to kind of his assistant, his second in command, who is understanding and familiar with the arrangement that you made, and will supply you with the requisite the negotiated price, which was 125 gold.
Fuck.
Correct?
Fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
150, because there were 3 of us at the time.
150. Okay. Yep. That sounds right.
That's a lot.
Mr. Foreman, if you wouldn't... Foreman. Foreman. Come with me, George Foreman. If you wouldn't mind coming with me to make one more quick stop, and then you will be free to go.
Well, he was going to be healed, or
That's
looked
fair.
after by people, so you can wait around, and if you want to take him after that. Once everything is done, you don't know how long he'll be around for. He was in decent condition, so.
Yeah, it's pretty urgent. I think he should come right now. I'm gonna almost volunteer him to come with me.
He's like, oh, okay. And he goes and is attended to his wounds, but he was able to effectively get out of the cave, and he understands. He's a bit curious exactly as to why this is so urgent. He asks you like what exactly you want him to do.
Well, there was a reason that we went into the cave in the first place to save you, and I just need to speak with the mayor. And I need you to come along with me for a report.
He's like, okay, yeah, he can absolutely do that. So he'll go with you to the mayor.
Thank you.
So you walk just directly
Yeah, just
there.
go to the mayor's house.
So you walk to the mayor's house. You're greeted by him and his assistant. He's glad to see that the foreman is well
Alive.
and alive. He's also glad to hear from your account that the mine has been cleared out and that the workers should be safe to return to working in the near future.
We should probably let them know that there's a large amount of bodies that need to be cleared from.
Yeah, there's bodies in
the
there.
mines.
Okay, so you
both monster and otherwise.
So you tell him that there's a large amount of dwarf corpses who may want to be recovered. They may have families that would be looking for the remains. You also inform him about the various types of creatures that were in there, and the fact that they should probably be looking for where the creatures came from in order to deal with that.
I will run a vigil for the dead dwarves. I'll be in charge of that, and that's where I can have my vision.
Okay. But in the meantime, he's happy to see the foreman is alive, and yeah, he asks what you would like in payment.
Oh, Jesus. That was to be announced. That's right. What do we want, guys? What do we need? What's helpful?
Big dicks.
Can he help me with my potion? Does he know anyone that can help me with my potion?
Your vial
Figuring out
of
what the hell
liquid.
that thing is, yeah.
Well, he explains to you that your best chance in figuring out what exactly magical goods are for is going to be in the blue, as you're probably already aware. Most magical persons are going to be there, and most of the good knowledge is there. He directs you to the apothecary in the town, the elvish man that you have already visited, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he doesn't really have any information regarding who might be able to inform you about that.
Oh, well, money's always nice.
Okay, are you going to do this negotiation in front of the foreman?
We should probably let the foreman go to
Yeah,
the
probably should.
medical
Yeah,
facilities.
he can go.
You can go now.
Yeah.
You can leave. And the foreman's
Go
like,
heal
okay.
up.
And he shakes the hand of the mayor and then proceeds to exit the
Thanks for coming with me.
area.
Don't get trapped again.
You get attacked by a magic phase shifting spider. I mean, it's not really.
What's he doing down there?
So yeah.
Yeah, what were you doing down there, Mr. Foreman?
Leave the foreman.
Are you actually actively? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he explains to you that he was that the state of the mine was such that it was critical that someone go and investigate the causes and kind of figure out how they might be able to attack what was down there. He explains to you that he effectively worked his way down there with very little resistance, but eventually came upon the spiders, which paralyzed him. And he explains various kind of hallucinogenic experiences, and then being awoken by you.
Just strange that he went down there by himself. I mean, there was no light or torches.
Well,
or
dwarves are cocky people.
All right. money.
You want money? And he's like, fair enough. How much money do you want?
How about?
Are you the only one there?
Well, I mean, no one stated they came with me.
I know.
So yeah.
I didn't come with you.
Huh?
I didn't come with you.
No, he's there alone.
How about 100 gold?
100 gold, and he kind of sits back a little bit and considers it for a moment. Converses with his associate, and he comes and says, he's like, well, because you went through the effort of not only clearing the mine and rescuing our dear foreman, who will continue to make the mine profitable in the future. I see such a price being reasonable.
And if you don't mind me asking, why did we need to be so discreet?
And he kind of chuckles to himself, and he says that most of the town was not necessarily informed about the operating state of the mine.
Oh, okay.
At least the residents there that aren't active members of the working force were not keyed into the fact that the mine was not working. And if it continued to not work, then the town would shut down. So he was attempting to avoid panic amongst the general citizens at news that the mine might shut down.
Gotcha.
But he considers, and he's like, for your discretion and because you succeeded in rescuing our fellow,
George.
he says 100 gold seems like a fair price.
Mr. Foreman. Mr. G. Foreman.
And so he'll kind of go in the back for a little bit and come back with kind of a small purse bulging with gold coins.
So that means we all get 83.3 gold.
If they
Or-
want to split it with you.
Well, what did Bill get?
Bill got 150. So you guys got 250 collectively.
250. I'll give you half. So you can have 50 gold, and I'll take 50 gold.
All right. So is that all your
Good.
business with the mayor?
I suppose if there's nothing else.
All right.
Mr. Mayor?
And you said you were going to hold a vigil for the dead, correct?
Yeah, I just need to grab my cape first.
Okay. Yeah. You can go and do that.
Was I paying for this cape?
Yeah, you were.
Did I already pay for it? I didn't write down how much it costs.
I believe it was 8 gold for the.
Yeah, it
cape.
was pretty damn cheap.
Yeah.
I'll just
You
do
just
minus
got
10.
paid a good
You,
sum.
you
so
supplied the material, so you're basically just paying labor.
paid
Yeah.
for labor. Yeah.
I'll just subtract 10 gold.
Aaron, you good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in the. Where is the dwarf going to? Never mind.
Okay.
I,
Were you asking about the weapon? Where he's going to?
yeah, I had an idea, and I was like, wait, no.
Okay.
I don't know.
Bill.
So, I left them to go collect
Yes.
with the smaller accountant. Can I safely assume that we will reconvene at the bar?
Yes.
So that's where I'm going to head.
That's pretty typical.
Yeah. I mean, it's where you guys have been staying during your duration here.
I mean, I figured I'd just
Um,
get drunk before lab.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. That's safe to assume. I would say.
All right, then I am going to head to the bar and wait there.
Okay. So Ryan, you successfully retrieve your newly crafted cloak as the shops are kind of shutting down for the day. It the pelt has been crafted into a flowing cloak for you. It's very thick, very hefty.
It's got the head on it, right?
It does have the head on it. The head can be put up into
Yes.
into a hood, and it is adorned with a very nice golden clasp that hooks around up here to kind of keep it on,
Sick.
with a glowing white stone in it. It looks similar to the stone of that Aaron, that's Goose pulled out of the mine. So you assume it's moonstone or something to that effect. And you happen to notice that although luminescent and shiny, it seems as though it shines to reflect the current stage of the moon.
Neat.
So
Is that
yes,
a waning crescent?
you receive that.
Possibly a moonstone gem.
All right. So you receive your your cloak,
Yeah, and I'll go hold a vigil at the statue.
and you hold your vigil. Yes.
Can I go
for
to
the dead.
the armor smith?
To the armor smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hurry, you can get to the armor smith before everyone kind of packs up and heads out. All of the dwarves coming out of the cave and speaking with the others, kind of relaying the tales that you have told them, kept the people in that area around a little bit longer than they typically would have. So yeah, you can go and see the armor smith if you want. What are you looking for?
Can I inquire about the cost of a full suit of metal armor?
A full suit of like plate armor?
Yeah.
Plate
I
mail?
don't even know how much it would
It's
cost.
like 750 gold.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like
they tell you
fucking
that not only
savage
would it
amount.
take them, several weeks to craft such a set of armor for you, it would be quite expensive.
What do you have right now?
I have a chainmail vest.
Well, you have a full set of chainmail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have chainmail? Oh my god, plate is 1500 gold.
Yeah.
Can I see
plate
that?
is
Is it like
pretty
a-
expensive.
It's like a
And it takes
chart
forever
of
to get
armor
used
there.
to. So whenever you jump while you're
You
sleeping,
have you're showing it too.
it's just tough nuts.
It's only an 18 armor class, don't you already have that?
Yeah.
He has an 18 armor class, but that's with his bonus.
Oh, so you could
He
potentially
he
have
has
20.
a fighter bonus and a shield bonus to his AC.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. I've only got this shield bonus. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like that would even benefit me anything anyway. In the first place.
Not
Never mind.
hugely.
All right. I'll just go sleep then.
Though you'd be fucking hard to hit with plate and a shield. You'd have to roll a 20 plus.
All right.
But I think the enemies start getting like modifiers that are
Yeah.
They
boost that
start
number.
getting hit modifiers. Okay, so is that all you were asking? Okay. So do you guys go back to the tavern, hang out there for the night?
Yeah.
I want to have, during the vigil, can I have my vision?
Yeah.
Okay, what does the vision entail?
So while holding the vision and meditating, you receive images of a large open kind of grove area, in the middle of which is a collection of stones. It is canopied by large trees, 50 or 100 feet up. And through the canopy in the very center is a single beam of moonlight that comes down into this collection of rocks and this pool. You see various woodland creatures that seem to come and go from the fountain. And you awake from your meditation with that image in your mind.
Dope.
He saw visions of dope.
What did you see? Something dope.
Those of you at the tavern, you are recognized by the townspeople. They are buying you drinks. You are supplied with food and hospitality because you have rescued the dwarves from the mine. Or, well, you didn't really rescue anyone. You rescued the foreman. But you have... Word has spread that you have liberated the minds of evil creatures. You are town heroes now. And so they are very happy to have you around. They are celebrating with you, and of course your drinks are on the house.
I eat too much and fall asleep there on the spot.
Right, like on
Just food coma.
on the
Stat.
table. Alright, so you eat yourself to sleep. And, Bill?
I'm going to meet up over there with Rika. I'm going to be like, so should we divvy up our earnings and such? I'm going to give each of them a sack of 50 gold. Because that's their part of their earnings.
So I got 100 gold from the mayor and gave 50 to Aaron. So we're both already plus 50. So you give yourself 50, and then we have 100 gold left. Correct? So you can split that how you want to.
Alright, so we should each end with 80 gold, and there will be a 10 remainder.
Alright, you can have that since you set up the contract, if that's what you like to do.
I'll give the 10 gold to the barkeep and just say, buy drinks for everybody for a while.
Got it.
For
Right,
a
so
while.
For a
We
while.
each have 80 more gold.
Excited at the gesture of 10 gold, the barkeep kind of collects a couple of people. Some people run out the door, and then a little bit later, as you guys are all enjoying your revelry, someone comes back with a bit of parchment, and there seems to be someone who is the makings of a dwarven artist attempting to sketch you guys.
Am I asleep like on a table?
No, yeah, you're passed out on a table
Okay, sure.
in the image. They're both holding, like, they're double fisting tankards of ale in this bar, celebrating over your asleep corpse, or
It's not
your
the
asleep
only
body.
thing
You're not
that
dead.
double fisting.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, look! You guys, look! Look! I'm gonna put it right in my icebox when I get home. I'm just gonna put it right up there on my icebox.
Well, if you want a copy, then they'll make you a copy. But they were doing it to hang in the bar, more specifically.
Excellent.
But yeah, so you live the night in revelry and celebration.
Shit.
You wake up tomorrow fairly heavily hungover. Your head's hurts. It's probably about 1 o'clock. And you are free to go about your day as you will. You're still kind of greeted very, very warmly by people that you pass, and obviously the people housing you in the inn are making sure that you're well accommodated.
I'm okay with that.
I would like to seek out the dwarf
The dwarf that
is making my.
better hope you find him. You didn't ask for a name. You just kind of let him run away with
I
this.
will let my intuition guide me.
Oh yeah, that seems safe.
All right.
That has never gone wrong.
It hasn't yet. The only things that ever go wrong is when I'm trying to throw my fucking axes at shit. That never works.
Okay. Well, so you go and you search about the area. You find this in the back of the crafting region. You find this dwarf who looks exhausted after slaving away over a furnace all night. But he sees you, and with as much energy as he can muster, he greets you and is eager to show you what he has made for you. He shows you this large, broad blade that shines like the moon.
Are you telling me that I am about to receive a holy moonlight greatsword? Is that what you're telling me?
It's a possibility.
Okay.
And he says to you that he has crafted this sword out of his generosity as a gesture to you,
Sure.
the heroes of the town. He just kind of retires. There's a little bit at a hint of a tip. He's like, no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But yes, you have now received a large glowing moonstone greatsword.
Cool.
Which
I
does
say
1d10.
we get the hell out of town.
Huh? What was that, Bill?
I say we get the hell out of town.
All right.
What does the group think?
You have a hood on, Aaron?
Yeah. Or like a mask.
I gotta find, I don't know how to draw a goddamn mask. I'm just gonna draw you sleeping.
But you can put the mask on the ground.
I'm down for going to sleep. I mean,
Going to
leaving-
sleep? You just woke up!
Leaving town.
I am down for going to sleep.
Yeah, it's
I think we can afford one more day of
1d10
resting.
one-handed, 1d12 Okay, so where are you interested in going?
I want to head north. There's a man in the north. He's a human male, long black hair. Likes to throw his money around. I'm looking for that man. He is where I will find my gloves.
Okay, so you are you are talked to by the Arakoa, who says that he's still looking for this pair of gloves that he's been pursuing. He's been tracking information from town to town, seeking a man of his description who is supposedly to the north of this area. Okay?
Okay.
Alright? So you guys are going to go...
To the north.
And... Yes, okay, so you can travel to the north. You're leaving town, everyone is kind of saying goodbye to you. They're
I'm
thanking
leaving
you
notes for Dom.
gratuitously
So he knows
again.
how to follow.
Okay,
A trail
so
of bread.
who are you leaving him with? The tavern keep?
That's you sleeping. That's the
Yeah.
bird.
Okay.
That's me with my wolf cage.
You presume that Dom is still around. You find
that
it
was a
surprising that
trog-
you haven't
a
seen him
trog.
in this time.
Whatever.
Although it is,
He'll join us.
but no, you leave a note at the bar, informing them of the direction that you are traveling. And you venture off on this, small northern path back into the woods.
Back into the woods.
As you travel, your sword, having not had a proper sheath for it, does radiate light
Cool.
in the direct vicinity.
I have a. Alright. Just carrying it.
You have like a strap that you can hold it with, but it does not have a full
I'll
scabbard
have to
to it.
make one, I guess.
Can I try to use my God point to pray for direction towards where that moon well is?
You can if you choose to do so. Yes.
Okay. Can I? Excuse you.
It's not like he's opening something with a crowbar, like a wooden
Yeah.
crate.
You don't have to use your god. You can just pray for direction. I mean, if you want to use your god point, you typically apply god points after your roll. So you can roll to see what you roll, and then you apply your god points.
Well,
It's a
how
moonstone, right?
else do I know where to go?
You could have asked around, but you can pray for directions. So you're gonna roll your
I'll do like a religion check.
no. You roll these. The two
Okay.
d10s. Your percentiles is what those are called.
39.
39. So you are told that there is a continent to the east.
To the east.
To the east. Similar to this one, it is known as Yonder.
Yonder.
I believe that's yonder.
So in order to reach your destination, you are to go over Yonder.
Over to yonder.
And there, from where you, there somewhere in the southwest region of the continent, you will find the moon well which you seek.
I'll find the what?
Moon well. But you are informed that the night is dark and full of terrors,
Oh,
and
jeez.
that the
That's
path
big deal.
the path there may be treacherous. So
There's spooky
take-
monsters.
take with yourself good supplies and good companions.
Or should we be on the lookout for crazy sausage ghosts?
Their sausage ghosts are not native to the green.
Okay.
Some may have slipped through, but typically they stick to their relative dimension, the sausage dimension.
Is the Moonwell a strip club?
No. If it was, it would open at 7 and close at noon.
Sure. Prime time.
It's only a morning strip club.
All right. So you're aware that a continent to the east is where such a moonwell would be.
All right. Let's go find these gloves.
All right. So you are expeditioning north into the dark woods in search of the gloves. It is about midday. You can see light through the canopy of the trees. Some areas are denser than others, but generally it's fairly nice out. You're not being encroached by creatures of the dark woods yet. You travel along for... Well, how long are you going to travel for?
Bill would know best.
Well, we're leaving in the morning, right?
Like, you guys woke up fairly late because you drank a lot last night, so you're leaving in, like, the early afternoon.
I don't drink. I'm a man
Didn't
of
we
God.
wait an additional day?
Huh?
Didn't we wait an additional day?
I don't...
Because I said we wanted to sleep more?
Kind of debated it. I don't know if we
I
actually
think
did.
that was an
I wasn't-
accident,
I
a
wasn't
slip
aware-
of the tongue, so to
I did
speak.
not,
I thought it was a joke, kind of.
yeah, I took that as a joke, so I do not believe that an extra day was waited.
Okay. Well, if we leave midday, 6 hours, that will get us, what, 18 miles?
How are we gonna
It's not
cross
bad.
these continents?
I'm gonna keep Misty Visions up and have us be the Knights of Me. Projected images of the Knights of Me.
Alright,
Running around looking at shrubs within a 15-foot square that moves with us.
yep, you can do that. So you are moving as a group. About, I would say, 15 miles or so, you come to a fork in the road.
Are there more bandits?
No, there are not more bandits, as far as you can tell.
Are there any traps?
Can I perceive bandits?
You can roll a perception check.
I don't see a damn thing.
I would like to check for hidden doors. That's a really good roll.
There's gotta be a door somewhere.
What was that, Bill?
We came to a fork in the road, right?
Yes.
I pick it up.
Ha!
Alright. You continue on. You meet two diverging paths.
Which one is less worn?
The one to the left.
That one will make all the difference, guys. Quick.
You said we needed to cross continents, right? Are
If
they
you-
like
if
That's
you-
a yonder.
Yeah, I know. Are they like? Are we gonna need some sort of airship or something?
Each, as far as
Potentially
you're
like
familiar,
a pontoon skiff.
different zones have different manners of transportation across floating continents, but all of them are equipped with some sort of transportation system. Yes. So, which path are you going to take?
I say I throw my spear at the middle of them, and whichever one my spear actually hits, we go that way.
We're going to the Moonwell, right?
No.
You have two options of where you're allowed to go. You have a grove, which apparently holds magical gloves, which your Arakoa is interested in pursuing. There is also a vision of a land to the east.
Okay. Do we have a hint of where the grove is?
You
Do we know where the grove is?
to the north.
Okay.
Presumably, or as far as you can tell, relatively close.
So,
Maybe a day's travel.
At
away.
this like fork in the road, the divergent paths, so to speak, is one like a more northerly direction?
Is there a sign?
Hey, look at that! Someone actually thought to look for a sign. They're not savages. They
In the
do
middle
have
of the
signs.
woods.
But you're off.
Think to look for signs. We're like, oh, look, a sign. That's not normal.
That's abnormal. So one says they're pointing in two different directions, and to the left it says Northwood. Imagine that.
Huh.
And to the right it says
Otherwood.
Ethelwood Bay.
Which one? The right one is Northwood?
The left one is Northwood.
The left one
so
is
the
Northwood.
path to the left is Northwood.
And the path to the right is what?
Ethelwood Bay.
Echo?
Sure, Echo Wood.
Must be bats in there.
That's much better than Ethel.
Echowood Bay.
Watch out for bats.
Watch out for that tree.
I'm assuming Bay is spelled B-A-E.
It's actually B-E-Y.
Bay. A baby.
Echowood Bay.
A-B-B.
All right.
Let's
so
take the north path. To Northwood.
to Northwood. So
Let's get these mittens.
one vote. One vote for Northwood.
Can I rename my character Moonbound Stranglecock?
Damn.
Hey, you just have to introduce yourself as it. People don't know you.
That's true.
I'm
You
going
never
to
know what your
fly
weapon might
into
be.
the air.
What?
You never know what your weapon might be named.
It's the whole Moonlight Greatsword, dude. Moonbound Stranglecock.
So where?
I'm gonna fly into the air, and I'm gonna get a good distance up and check out both roads.
Okay.
Are there towns along them? Lights? Other travelers? Do they one look particularly more dangerous?
So the road into Northwood continues within the dense forest. Depending on how high you fly up, depends on how far you can see.
I'll go a mile up.
Okay, you go a mile up, so you can see what appears to be the right path concluding in a small, I would hesitate to even call it a town, but a small area that seems to be lived in and attended by a couple people, and appears to have some sort of suspended wires next to it that seem to extend off into the distance.
And that's going east, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's, how far away, roughly, how many miles away is that place?
That place is probably about 6 miles from you guys.
And the path into Northwood, does it just continue on it north?
Yeah, that continues in the woods as far as you can see.
Alright, I'm going to drop back down like the Patriots.
Which way?
Hey, boys. So, if we take Echo Bay, another hour, 2 hours of walking, and we'll have a small hamlet with a bunch of weird wires. And that's basically it. It's just a hamlet. If we continue north, we continue north. We go a long way, very deep.
I'd say we go north.
North is the way we gotta go, isn't it?
North is definitely one of the ways we can go. It's not our only option, but it's probably our best.
How about north?
Yeah.
North?
We should just go north.
Let's rock it.
All right, so you have decided to continue north into Northwood. It continues on. It gets darker as you diverge kind of from the eastern near tree line deeper into the forest. It's slightly darker, but you're still illuminated by sunlight coming through the trees and by your sword. How long are you guys going to travel for?
I think that we should set up probably around dusk.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So you guys travel for another hour or so until the sun appears to be setting. You find a small area kind of to the side of the path, not too far so you don't lose it, but not too close that you would be easily visible from it if any travelers were to pass by. And you set up camp there for the evening.
Alright. I'll take first watch, you guys take second.
Okie doke.
Leave because he's blind anyway.
Okay, so you're taking first watch, or you're
He's gonna take first.
I'll take first watch.
Well, he'll take the first 4.
Okay, yeah, like usual.
I'm just gonna sleep for 8.
Yep, you're gonna sleep for the entire damn time.
A natural 1.
A natural 1. So you are sitting there,
Oh,
and
God.
sitting there, you begin to contemplate exactly which tastes better, field mice or woodland mice, and you're weighing the
Woodland.
various pairings. You're mapping out this entire mental kind of menu of what goes well with what. You have a wine list, and
I love this.
while you're doing this, you during your entire kind of mental exercise, a shadowy figure appears behind you and seems to greet you with a low and gruff voice.
Is it speaking English?
Yeah, well, he's speaking common.
He's speaking common?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will turn around and greet him in Abyssal.
In Abyssal.
Yes.
Okay, so you turn around, falling out of my chair here. You turn around, and immediately, without hesitation, you speak to him in the horrific sounds of abyssal language. And he is unfazed. In fact, he retorts to you in abyssal as well.
Oh, neat. What did he say?
He says, I admire your attempts to frighten me, but it seems like we're two of a kind.
Alright, fair enough. So, my name is Dave, my friend Buster's over there, and, we are seeking a human. They look kind of like the children in the town we just left, except they're taller.
He approaches you and kind of steps into the low light of the bonfire. And as he does, he says, I know not of these children for which you speak, nor of the human that you're seeking. And as he steps in, you can see that long, dark hair hangs from beneath his hood.
Is it black?
Yes, it is black.
I shift my position in my sleeping bag.
Okay. There's a rustling next to the fire. There's just turn over.
Quick question. Do you own a pair of gloves with trees on them?
He kind of looks at his hands, and he says, does it look like I own any gloves?
Does it?
No, it doesn't look like he owns any gloves. He's not carrying any
Could I
sort
roll
of...
a perception to see if it looks like he has gloves?
He is not wearing gloves. He is not carrying any container. That seems as though he would be carrying gloves.
No. Okay.
But he asks you what you know of these gloves.
Well, they're gloves, and I'm looking for them for a patron of mine. Someone told me to find them, and I am doing justly. So, are you a human or an elf? Or a
zomboid?
he kind of...
Are you an orc?
He
What is it?
he takes a step backwards and says, I could ask you the same thing. And without pausing, he kind of holds a finger up and says, you said you are fetching these gloves for someone. For a
A
patron.
hooded cloak doesn't stop me. I can see straight through it. What is he?
Right? He's a human.
He's a human?
Yes, but he seems sort of frail. He's not old, but he's very, his cheeks are gaunt, he's pale, he seems to be thin. And
That's not good.
he asks you, what is your patron's name?
Ooh, that's a longer conversation. Here, sit and we'll talk about it. And I'm gonna pull another stump up near the fire. And I'm gonna offer him human food. So like a piece of bread and some seeds. Like, here, have some.
And he takes the bread and kind of breaks it in half and hands you back half of it. So he has a small bit of bread upon which he will nibble over the course of your conversation.
I assist an entity known as Baalis in exchange for services. I kill demons. My name is Dave.
And he stands there, or he sits there silently for a moment, and asks you a few questions like where you came from, and you continue to describe his backstory. And after all of that, he stands up. He thanks you for the bread, and while leaving, he kind of turns back to you. He's walking towards the woods, and he kind of turns back to you, and he says again in his low voice, but in kind of a hushed tone, he says, "There's darkness within these woods." watch yourself. And he just walks off into the darkness.
Wait, traveler, what's your name? I'm just gonna like follow him.
He's gone.
I'm Fly.
You don't find anyone.
Damn, motherfucker's fast.
Dank, damn.
You buried himself. Dig,
Alright,
dig for it.
I guess I'll see you later. Bye. I assume we had this entire conversation in Bissell, so it can't be overheard, essentially.
Sure. You both speak Abyssal.
Yeah, and, bye, I guess. And then I go back to camp.
Alright, and you go back to camp. Roll your perception.
19.
19. So, upon...
Nope.
Oh.
24.
24. Upon returning to camp, you notice that at the feet of where the traveler was sitting, you notice what appears to be a crude map of what you assume is your position and a very basic outline of where you should go, or what you think may be a path towards your destination.
I am going to add it to my bad maps, because I already have bad maps of 3 other locations.
All right.
So I'm just going to check it out, look over again, roll it up, and
Well, it was drawn in the dirt. I don't know if I specified that or not. It
Oh,
wasn't.
drawn
It
in
wasn't
the dirt.
parchment. It was drawn in the
I have
dirt.
a piece of parchment. I'll copy it down.
Okay. The rest of your shift passes uneventfully. All right, Ryan. You awake after your requisite 4 hours, ready to watch over the evening.
Should I do a perception check?
Do a perception check.
Good job. 14 plus. What is perception based off of? Wisdom 16, 19 total.
All right. So
As we switch shifts, I'm going to tell him what happened. I'm going to point to the ground and be like, that's roughly where we need to go. Careful. Darkness awaits these woods. Also, speak friend to enter.
okay. So as the night goes on, and as you kind of draw close to dawn, you can see the sun beginning to come up through gaps in the tree line, and you feel that it's about time for the sun to come up. You hear what appears to be giggling amongst the trees, and off in the distance it kind of echoes through, and you're not sure. It passes and whooshes around you, making it difficult to discern which direction it's coming from exactly. And then after maybe 15 minutes of it occurring, it fades, and you no longer hear it. It is the morning. Everyone is awake.
Dope. Shall we continue northwards?
Let's do it. I want to slash someone with my moonlight sword.
Alright.
Hopefully they're not immune to
So,
wound damage.
you guys can continue northward on the path that you were taking. And, or you can not. I mean, it's up to you. What are you going to do?
How long would it take us to follow this crude map?
To follow the crude map, well, because inherently the map is not drawn to scale, you're not quite sure where you should be going. You understand that a location kind of demonstrated by a dot on the map is presumably where you are, and the road next to you is the road that you would follow north into the forest. You do not know the distance between certain areas on that map, though, and where you currently are.
Are there landmarks?
There are no landmarks. The only thing that you can tell is the path seems to navigate in a very deliberate fashion. kind of. So you notice as you go northward, after a certain amount of distance, it curves sharply to the right, and things of that nature. So.
Okay, but so I don't know if this is telling me to turn. There's no landmarks on the map to say, "Hey, this is so you know where this might be." There's nothing like
You're
that. It's
asking.
just-
Are you asking where the destination is?
All right, so it has my mark and the destination mark, and it has a line drawn between the two.
Okay, so it has your mark as a dot. Next to your mark is a line. Close to that mark, which you presume is the road that you were coming on, that you were walking on to get to this location. It goes up, it takes a sharp right, and then kind of snakes up a little bit further and goes off to the right again. So there's a sharp right, a couple of softer turns, and then another sharp right later. And to the, I should specify, to the at the juncture of the first right, there is another path that goes off to the left, and that area is circled.
So the going to the left is circled, but going to right has the X on the mark.
There's no X.
But the destination. So how do I know the destination is
The
not the circle?
destination is the circle.
The destination is the circle.
Yes.
So it's to my left. It's the first left.
Yes. According to the map that you found, yes.
Good news, guys. It's a straight shot.
All right, let's go. I'm following you.
I'm going to Misty Vision us up. And this time we will be... I don't know. How many naked young ladies can you fit in a 15-foot cube?
15.
How many naked young ladies?
From
can
my
fit in a
experience, probably about 30.
Yeah, I'm just going to fill it up. It's going to look like they're packed in there, like it's a glass box. This one's just shoving bodies in.
Mercedes? Oh, jeez.
Alright.
Is that around us again?
Yep.
So you're traveling, once again, under an illusion.
Didn't
This
we have to
time
like put you in a cart so you could maintain that?
Only in combat.
Oh.
You can concentrate and walk at the same time.
Yeah, it's like slightly more complicated, but not much of an issue.
Yeah.
In combat, I have to not move in order to maintain it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, you guys can continue north on the path. Okay, so you're going to travel for 3 hours or so, and you eventually come to a sharp right in the path.
And that's it?
Yes.
Let's consult the map.
I pull out the crudely drawn map.
You once again look at the map, and it is the same as it was when you left.
Excellent. No lefts. Let's take it.
All right.
Which way are you taking exactly?
Going to the right.
You're going to
Yeah,
the
you
right?
said that it
It
bent
goes-
sharply to the right.
Yeah.
Correct? That's the only way to go, right?
That's the way the path goes, yes.
Can I
On
do
my
like a
map is
nature
the-
or
to the
perception
left of
check?
your circle?
Yeah. Can I do like a nature perception check to see if there's...
Can we get a drawn map?
It's going to be hard for you to see. I can draw a map, though. Yes.
But they can see it.
True. All right, let me find a piece of paper.
I can get you a piece of paper.
That would be fantastic.
I mean, I assume that they can read maps.
Not me.
Even if my bird is confused easily, I have a human. Nothing's smarter than a human.
Except for snakes, because they don't have brains.
That was the map.
And we're here?
Yes, you are currently there.
Okay, so the right goes to a path. The left, where there's no path, is apparently towards where we're supposed to be going.
No, then let's just wander our shit in there.
Can
I
you
can
see?
totally see that. Ah! Alright, yeah, let's just go up into the woods. We'll change it a little bit so we're not a naked cube of ladies anymore.
Should we be like a battles, like a siege?
Yeah, we should be an army.
Like a
marching
siege
army.
trebuchet, just like moving through
We'll
this.
go to trebuchet. We'll go to trebuchet.
You're a trebuchet.
But not manned. It's just a rolling trebuchet.
Okay. Well, considering that the forest is fairly dense, the trebuchet is going to be rolling along and clipping through trees.
Fine. It's like 1,000 tiny Hot Wheels sized trebuchet.
Yeah, this is a shitload of teeny little trebuchets.
All right. You are now a
What the
fleet.
Trebuchets for ants.
What are these trebuchets for ants?
Bunch of ant trebuchets.
A bunch of ant trebuchets.
This is how you want ant wars? This is how you get ant
This
wars.
is how you get ant wars.
Can we fight some ants?
Yeah, can we find a big ant? We'd be like, not my army. I'm your king.
So you are trekking through the forest in that direction. As
an army.
disguised as an army of tiny ant-sized trebuchets.
Alright.
We're so cool.
This will be easy.
Everyone roll perception checks.
Oh, you damn.
Blam!
Blah! Blah! 11.
21.
21?
14.
14.
13.
So you hear whispering, like wind through trees, but distinctly different than that as you're traveling.
Is it Orin? Is it the language of the air?
No.
'Cause I speak that.
No, it is not the language of the air.
I assume it's not Arakoa either.
No, it's not our.
Is it giant?
Kind of giant? No, it is not giant.
Is it halfling?
Snake.
It's not. You speak giant?
Yes. Acolytes can choose 2 languages to speak, so I got halfling and giant.
You speak giant. Okay.
God.
So
Did you choose it because it's literally halflings and giants?
Yeah.
I don't understand the reference.
Small things and big things. What?
I don't know what I expected.
Is it the language of the moss men?
My other choice was like dwarvish or.
you two don't perceive anything.
Oh.
As far as you're concerned, nothing.
Mention to them that there's whispering shit all around us.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly whisper it to them.
Now is it the language of the
You
moss men?
remember that you heard things in the forest in the early hours.
The giggling, right?
We might be being followed.
By the tree men.
Okay. If we're being followed, I know a very good way to get out of this. And then I light the forest on fire behind us.
No, don't do that.
Why not? They can't follow us if they're on fire.
Who would be crazy enough to follow 1,000 ant-sized trebuchets?
Yeah.
Someone who can see through illusions.
Then stuff people are gonna see smoke and shit. We're gonna attract a bunch of attention. Also, you're burning the woods, and that's like my thing, man. Come on, I like the woods.
God damn, you're a ranger, aren't you?
No, but I'm
He's an elf paladin
an elf
who's
paladin.
aligned with the
Right.
god of forests and hunting.
Okay. Fine, we won't just burn down the forest.
Thank you.
Was the whispering Shaquille O'Neal?
No, it's not Shaquille O'Neal.
I can speak shit.
Yeah.
So we've ruled out Shaq.
Softly, very, very softly, I heard. Shaft.
Shaft.
There
There is a character in Castlevania named Shaft. It's pretty weird.
I say we keep moving, and if they want to confront us, they will confront us.
We'll see what they can do about these trebuchets. Can you make an illusion that they're firing? Fire in all directions!
Fire all trebuchets!
Nothing will come out.
So you continue to move at a decent walking pace for about an hour. You're several miles into the forest at this point. Both of you have also heard what you believe to be whispering, but you're not sure if it's the wind, you're not sure if you're hearing things, or if you're just making it up in your head.
Choose not the wind. I speak wind.
I want to use the thundering smite and just hit like the ground or something, because it makes an audible noise up to 300 feet.
Yeah, you can do
Try
that
to scare
if you
some
want.
shit away.
You can do
I'm
that.
like, hey, boom!
Okay, so you thundering smite whip the ground, and with a loud crack sounding like lightning, everybody make 2 wisdom saving throws.
2
Trebuchets are firing.
wisdom saving throws.
Yes.
Take cover. I don't know how saving throws work.
Yeah, how
so
do
you're gonna
saving
have to
throws
teach
work?
me.
Okay, so
I only have 2 things circled on my sheet.
if you don't have proficiency bonuses in saving throws, then it's just rolling plus your or it's just rolling, isn't it? For saving throws, I believe.
14 and 11.
Okay.
I do have proficiency in wisdom saving throws.
I don't.
Okay. So then
what
you
do
just
I do?
roll. I don't
Just
believe you
roll?
get a bonus.
Oh.
Unless you
Actually, I do too. That is 16 and 13.
Okay.
So I'll add my wisdom and proficiency.
Or just a proficiency.
So it's your roll plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom bonus.
Yeah. So if you have proficiency in it, yes. If you don't, it's just plus your wisdom bonus.
10.
Okay, I rolled a 5 and a 7.
I rolled a 10 and 18.
Okay, so immediately after you make this loud noise, you hear several female voices and feelings of tranquility fall over you. Each of you has been charmed.
Jesus Christ. We should have stayed as the ladies.
I'm female. Does that change anything?
No, it does not change.
Fuck.
He's an elf. Elves have advantage
Oh, yeah.
against being charmed.
Yeah, I do.
No one cheeses me.
Yeah. I may have switched my character, but I still don't get cheese. Yeah, it's against being like charmed and like sleep or something. I'm working on it.
Regardless of his state, both of you feel non-hostile. Bill, you drop your illusion,
No, the
and you are
trebuchets.
approached by 6 dryads.
Holy shit.
So I have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep. So did my 18 succeed?
Yes.
Can I re-roll my 10 since I have
Um,
advantage for it?
What would your bonus have been to that?
What?
Like did you roll a 10 or
No,
you
I
rolled,
rolled like
you rolled
a
a
5.
7
I
or
rolled
a
a
5 plus 5 in proficiency plus how much for your as an elf?
No, I have advantage on saving throws.
So he
Oh,
rolls
okay, yeah,
towards
re-roll
the
your
higher-
So-
re-roll your 10.
Re-roll a 10. Okay. That's a 20. So
Okay.
not a natural, but
Okay.
added 20.
So you are not charmed.
Okay. Slap us about.
6
Get us
6
pissed.
dryads emerge from the trees
Oh,
around you,
get us
kind of
all riled
in a
up.
hexagonal formation.
And they're charmed.
They are both charmed.
Okay. Cool. Should we roll initiative?
No.
No?
They are not attacking you.
Oh.
Not yet.
You can attack if you like.
I'm gonna be like, what are you doing here?
What are those? But you, unless you, what's your wisdom?
It's decent. It's one of my higher ones. 17.
17. So you recognize these creatures. You're familiar with them. You're obviously an elf. You're both an elf and
I
a
like
paladin
dryads,
of
don't
the
I?
forest.
Yeah, don't
You
I like
understand that
dryads?
dryads are not hostile, but also usually wouldn't confront people in such an aggressive manner.
Mm-hmm.
They are approaching you, so you can either wait for them to address you or address them.
What are you doing here?
One of the dryads that seems to be the superior of the group, seems to be a little bit older, is covered in moss and ivy of various types, approaches you and says, we need your help. They say, we wish you no harm, and we apologize for having to charm you, but we didn't want you to attack us. And they say that they are in desperate need of assistance and hoping that you as travelers have come here to aid them in their time of need.
Bequeath upon us the mittens
Well, you are in luck, because I'm like pretty much your guys' biggest fan, so yes. What do you need help with?
They tell tales of how over time, over the past
Can we uncharm my dudes? Hold up. Can we uncharm these guys?
They're not like charmed, they're just non-hostile. They're not hostile to the Dryads.
Oh, okay.
So they could not attack them. You're also subject to their bidding for up to 24 hours, but don't worry about that.
Do we get a chance to throw it every turn at the end of our turns? We have a chance to
if
throw
you were
it?
in combat, yeah.
Yeah. We'll fight them, then we get to try and break.
But they tell you that over the past, several decades, perhaps, that a dark force has crept its way into their sacred grove and has since taken over. They speak of a tree, a sacred tree to them that stood as their place of worship, and that has since been corrupted by what they identify as some sort of demonic presence.
Demonic, you say? Demons, you say?
Demons? What's that? Dragons? But yes,
Demonic presence or devil presence?
demonic.
Alright. We'll have guys. And beautiful women.
And how can we help?
They tell you that they need someone to go in there and to remove the demonic presence. The method through which would be to destroy the sacred tree.
I gotta destroy the tree. Alright, that's one tree you can set on fire, Birdman.
You should
I'm good with that.
you should inquire about a way to.
You can talk to
You guys can talk.
Is there no way to purify the tree?
They say that had people come to their aid, and they even tell tales of how they went and attempted to gather help from further areas, but they can't leave the woods, or at least they wouldn't leave the woods. No one would come and help them. They were largely avoided, and so if someone had come to their aid earlier, it might be possible. But now the sacred tree has been rotted from the inside out with demonic essence, and is now corrupt beyond repair.
We'll
You
see
guys
about that.
Talked to the demonic presence?
They said that as the tree was being corrupted, they could hear sort of echoes of the demonic presence through the tree's voice, the sacred tree's voice. But over time, the demonic presence took over, and nothing but demon was spoken by the tree, which is another reason why they think that the tree is beyond saving.
Where's the tree?
And they indicate to you that several miles forward, you will find yourself in a grove that opens up. Their sacred tree is in the middle, and but to be careful, because from this point forward, the ground and the area around you is increasingly corrupted with demonic energies and sort of this fell fungus that grows from the ground.
If only I had some sort of holy fire. Well, I'm all for, because I can't be against. How about you guys?
I'm for helping. Point us in the right direction.
All right, well, they indicate to you that if you continue traveling ever so slightly, like you're traveling kind of in a strict northwest, and if you turn to go a little bit more north-northwest, you will enter upon the east side of the grove in about a mile or two.
Now, is this grove Northwood?
No.
No.
The grove is not Northwood, no.
Okay.
If you inquire about Northwood, they'll tell you about it. But
How far off is Northwood?
they tell you Northwood is probably about half a day's travel north of where you left the road. Half a day's travel north of there, and they describe it as a small human town.
So So the grove is somewhere around here-ish. So put grove.
I'm gonna put up our illusion again. So this time we'll be a bunch of tiny terracotta warriors. Just like running around.
How tiny we talking?
Oh, you know how big this guy is.
Okay. Like, so
just gonna
super
have two
tiny.
different armies, one slightly shaded red and one slightly shaded blue, fighting each other.
Okay.
And the battle moves down, leaving all the dead behind to disappear outside of my illusion.
And I'm sorry, did you say the entrance is on the east of the
Because
grove?
let's be honest, that'd be dope as fuck.
If you travel in the direction that they indicated you, you would break into the east side of a large circular grove.
Oh, okay.
So there's
it's
not,
on the
I mean,
other
you're in
side.
the woods, you're dealing with wooded creatures, they don't have roads.
Can you give me the coordinates?
Can you give me the Latin long?
Latitude and longitude, please.
So the grove is somewhere around here. Okay. Let's go, boys!
Alrighty. So you can continue in that direction under the guise of a bunch of terracotta.
Are the dryads coming with us?
No, the dryads will not follow you.
Do they have anything to help us?
No.
Why
They indicate to you the
uncharmed
direction that
clocks?
you're going.
Alright. Huh?
Could I be uncharmed, please? Clogs.
Why do you want to be uncharmed?
These fuckers are gonna try to chase my ass.
The dryads wish you no ill will. They're not going to
Should unbind my wrists with this devil magic.
Take off these handcuffs!
Take off the cuffs.
How many hands do you need?
They oblige to your request, and you are now free to do as you please.
Alright, I want to attack them. This way.
Fast response to be mentally imprisoned.
All right. So yes, you can move forward.
Let us
into-
continue through the woods, or
All right. So you're moving north northwest, and what were they? Shit. I had the page. Oh.
Hey,
hey, hey,
you watch yourself.
you watch me, boy.
Yeah. Is Brandon's back?
I think so.
Give me a moment to figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing. But as you move forward, the
It matches my stuff better.
You don't have a little box.
I do have a box. It's over there, but I don't want the box.
I like putting them in like this little.
God damn it, guys! Why can't you be cooler?
Sorry.
So you guys are moving forward into the woods, and as you're moving, you realize that the woods around you are slowly starting to decay. Trees are dying. The ground beneath you is becoming progressively more difficult to trek through. It is no longer firm with grass. It is more dead, decayed. It is much more marshy, and fungus, kind of green and purple fungus, seems to be growing around the bases of these trees.
So the ground is yogurt, is what you're telling me.
More or less. It's the consistency of thick, like foot-deep yogurt, and you're slowly trekking through this decaying forest. You're
The
moving
yogurt
through-
forest.
the
Take note of
yogurt
that.
forest.
I don't know.
Take note of the yogurt forest.
It's not gonna be in my history book.
So yes,
I'll
you're
stitch on that while you're not
continuing
looking.
forward.
My yogurt.
It's about, that's why you don't. You want all the yogurt to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to
You
know.
should take a sample, dude.
You're right. I want some of the yogurt.
You want some of the gross marshy bottom of the forest?
That's all right.
Alright.
I don't see any. I mean, the eyes. I totally have a reason for those. You just wait and see. But I don't know if I got a use for this yogurt.
Okay. So you're traveling north, and
Start my yogurt empire.
Your travel slows because you're trekking through this and you're navigating amongst fallen trees and branches and things like that. But you stick to the path or the direction that the dryads have given you, and you eventually break into this large open area. The ground before you is black and red. You can see the entirety of the grove is probably about 150 feet in diameter, maybe 200. So it's fairly large. At the center sits a large, decaying tree that is covered in different kinds of funguses, and it seems as though different parts of it are sort of pulsating with this purple goo.
I want to use divine sense.
Wait.
Yeah.
Divine what?
Sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, first.
All right.
The better chaos.
All right.
That tracks celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay, so if I could actually find what I'm trying to find in this damn book. Give me a moment. You guys can convene on strategy or something.
What's the strategy, boy?
I'm gonna stab him with my sword. That's my strategy.
Well, I think that I should try and coax whatever is living in this tree out first. Might be able to save a holy tree.
Yeah, I want to get within 60 feet of that tree.
You want to get within 60 feet of that tree?
Just so my divine sense can... Nah, I'm just going to use divine sense around us.
What the... Where the fuck is this enemy? Bill, where are Fae?
Fae, what type of fae are you looking for?
Small Fae creatures.
Sprites and pixies.
Thank you. Well, pixies...
Look at those yellow bees.
Pixies say they're not defined as Faes,
But they are fae.
the book is
There's only
not
like
good
6
for me.
types of fae. There's not a whole bunch of them.
Well, they should at least be collected like everything else.
It's alphabetical, man.
It is,
I'm
but
not sure alphabetical
okay.
is the best
I was
way.
thinking about this. What it's alphabetical unless you have subclassifications of like demons, in which case it's not alphabetical. It goes demons, and then everything that's a demon.
Demons,
So.
devils, and dragons are the only ones that are not alphabetical.
Yeah, and that's a pain in the ass. Why don't they just put it alphabetical? You can't break the rules some of the time.
Get with it, Tyler.
Get with it, apparently.
You can for large classes that will live on one specific plane of existence. And then dragons, because the other part of the name is Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Anyway, so as you can see, as you enter there, you see small, Fae-like creatures. Imagine that.
Whoa.
Kind of dancing around the tree in the middle. It's hard to see them, especially because it's dark in there. But you discern that there are a fair amount of them.
With my
Hey, I
divine
have
sense?
really good sight. Roughly, how many are we looking at here?
Well, they move around quickly, and they're kind of being obscured by the tree a large portion of the time. But you figure there's at least like a dozen of them.
I'm gonna... Alright guys, hold back when I scream, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, then come running, okay?
What?
Wait, his check for undead didn't pop up any undead, did it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Or celestials or fiends?
No, there's no, well, Fae are fiends, I believe. I thought you weren't in range. I thought you needed to get in 6 feet. No? Okay.
They're not fiends.
They're not fiends.
They're not fiends.
Oh, okay.
A fiend is a devil.
Well, we're clear for 60 feet.
Well, they're close in name. So, yeah, no, you do not, there's nothing that you can detect.
Okay, so what's game plan here? How do we deal with Fae?
Try talking to them first. They're assholes, but they're usually not evil.
But the tree might be.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to the tree. You guys talk to the little dudes. I mean, it's just a bunch of midgets. Certainly you can take them on.
I mean,
I'll probably miss.
sometimes you do good, sometimes you lose your weapons.
Yeah.
Just think of them as like babies of your races. They're roughly the right size.
Baby.
After they hatch, you know, when they first start walking around.
Little babbies.
Oh, little baddies. Savage baddies.
Alright, I guess we should approach these things.
Okay. So, how are you going to approach them?
With my legs.
I'm ignoring them and going straight to the tree. I'm ignoring the little dudes.
Okay. So you are going to approach the tree, and upon noticing you, the sprites around the tree are going to react not violently but hostilely towards you. So they're going to stop dancing, and they are going to kind of collect themselves in little groups, warding themselves against you.
Ah, shit.
I'm going to call out in abyssal, "Hello, is anyone home?" Except it sounds like I'm just saying that through like gurgling blood
Right.
and gnashing teeth.
So you hear. God damn it, why can I not find anything good to use here? So you are responded by a dark and sort of muffled voice that sounds as though it's trapped beneath something or within something, and it calls out to you and tells you to leave this place.
Nah. Oh, wait, I can't.
Did you order the pizza? Was that you?
You feel the ground underneath you shake as you call out for the pizza, and
What are you
again,
saying, man? You're pissing it off, man.
and again, it bellows louder this time, and they can hear it. They can hear the abyssal speak, obviously, and it shakes your bodies, and it screams to you to leave this grove. It is its property now.
Okay, one, that's bullshit. We both know that's bullshit. Two, you fucking inhabited a tree. Bunch of wild shit out there. You can go wander around. You inhabit a tree. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Okay, we're gonna fight soon, so that's why and I say that one in common. That last
Okay.
bit I say in common.
Okay.
I got my spear ready.
All right. So you.
And my hood on.
So you're preparing yourselves to fight the tree. Is that correct?
And I'm gonna keep up berating it. I'm gonna be like, attacking us won't bring your estranged father back. And stuff like that.
And it continues to get angrier and angrier, and you actually see roots of this tree kind of peel up from beneath the dark, fell-infected ground behind you. You see that kind of roots come up, and they don't grab you or anything, but they're coming up around where you're standing from the ground beneath.
What are these fey midgets doing?
So there's 3 groups of 8 each.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, I'm sorry. There's 3 groups of 6 each.
Okay. Still pretty crazy.
Elf, you're gonna be doing a lot of fighting.
And upon the aggression, that they are going to start attacking you.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, everyone roll initiative.
Natural 20!
Is it a 9?
Oh!
What was that,
I
Aaron?
got
A 1?
18 plus 4.
18 plus 4?
Yeah, I got 22.
Okay.
But then he rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Just had to overshadow me there.
Alright, so it's Ryan, then Bill, then them, and then you, Aaron.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so Ryan, you have first move.
So there's a tree and 18 fey.
Yes.
I want to attack everyone.
Let me see. I guess Thunderous might want to help me here. I should have gotten a fucking AoE. So the Fae are definitely attacking?
Yes.
Okay, Jesus. Is there an Alpha Fae?
No, there was no alpha Fae that you can discern.
Other than the tree.
Right. Oh god.
Maybe if we kill the tree, all the little fuckers will go away.
Yeah, that might be a lot of turns of 18 Fae attacking us, though.
There might be a lot of turns of us trying to fucking one hit each of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's at least attack one to see how much health they have.
Yeah, that's true.
I like how we're standing on the battlefield having this conversation. Like, what should we do? Should we attack the tree or should we like
Just
kill
hit
it?
one!
I guess all I can do is poke one with the spear, so that's what I'll do.
Go for it. I thought that was a 1. It does look like a 1 because of
Yeah, it
those
does.
lines on it. Makes it look like a 1.
It's a 10. Well, look at the one right next to it. It looks
Yeah.
pretty much the same.
So you rolled 10?
Yes.
Okay. No, so you do not succeed in hitting
Oh
it.
my gosh,
There are 6 of them, and somehow I missed.
They're all dead.
Aaron, your turn.
It's not my turn.
It's not your turn. That's very correct. Bill, it's your turn.
Alright, I am going to cast Sacred Flame twice inside the tree. It gets to make a dexterity saving throw. If it is mobile, if it is not mobile, it does not get
It
dexterity
does not
saving
get.
throw.
So the tree is not mobile in its current state.
Which means I just hit it.
Yes, you do. In fact.
That's great.
My character
And
sucks.
so, yeah, I hit it twice with Sacred Flame, so just a pillar of holy fire, for 11 damage. And for my free action, I want to scream in Abyssal, continuing with the Abyssal and insulting it. I'm going to scream, you know what that pain in your head is? That's your brain trying to comprehend its own stupidity.
All right, he's continuing to yell at you, and the as this is occurring, the tree itself seems to be kind of cracking along along the lines of its the purple goo that is dripping from it, and so it's splitting and splintering with loud cracks, and the ground continues to shake. So
Oh,
it
and
is.
that's radiant damage, FYI, not fire damage.
Okay. Radiant, how far?
Huh?
Like, is that a?
No. Radiant is a damage type.
Oh, it's a damage type. Why is it? That's a stupid word to use for a damage type.
So, radiant.
It's like
So
bright
they have
damage.
effects. Radiant does extra damage against undead and demons and devils and stuff
Okay.
because it's holy.
Right.
Holy
Just call it
isn't a
holy.
damage type. Radiant
You
is the
should
damage
just call
type.
it a holy then. Okay, so you are in the process of damaging this tree with holy fire. They are going to attack as groups because I'm not rolling 18 fucking times to hit.
That's not fair.
Um,
I'm not getting hit by
Ryan.
6 of these fuckers at a time.
Ryan, what's your AC?
17 now.
17. Okay, so
Assuming the cape is 1?
yes, the cape counts
Yeah.
as one. So
I lied. 16.
16. Okay. Okay, so you take 6 points of damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
19. Okay, you are fine, but you did take 16 points of damage.
16?
Or I'm sorry, 6 points of
Okay.
damage.
So far,
That is very different.
we ain't done.
Aaron, one group is going to attack you. It's not going to succeed. You manage to deflect the ones that come at you with their tiny little swords, and the ones that that shoot you with arrows. Their arrows hardly affect you at all, given your armor. You do notice as these are attacking you, they are also kind of dripping with a sort of demonic ichor, which seems to have corrupted them from what they once were. Bill, there's also a group attacking you. And they do not succeed. Again, their arrows and little daggers hardly do anything to you.
Focusing on this tree.
My little terracotta warrior is jumping up and
Ryan, apparently they went for your face. They were smart enough to go for, like, an area that they could actually hit with arrows that are that tiny.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, it's your turn.
My turn.
Oh, it's sorry, it's so
Try to
sad.
give me 2 turn early, and then you try to give me no turn at all. I'm gonna. So for my next turn, I'm not gonna have my shield. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go back down to 16. But I'm going to just try to have the extra benefit of potentially 2 more damage.
Okay,
So I'm going to focus on the tree this time.
okay.
So. Fuck, dude. 12?
12 damage to the tree.
Oh no, 12 like per chance to hit.
Oh, for a chance to hit. I mean, you can hit a tree, probably.
So I can hit a tree.
Yeah, you can hit a tree.
'Cause
It's a
can't move?
tree. It's a tree. It's not going to dodge you. It's not particularly
Okay,
well
so
armored.
12 is fine.
You hit with a 12. Yeah.
Okay.
I should just be hitting this tree too.
Well, yeah. Well, I wanted to see if you could kill those things, but it's like whatever. They're just gonna attack in groups anyway. So. 12.
12. Yeah.
12 damage to the tree.
12 damage to the tree. Okay. Yeah. You can do that. How much damage did you do, Bill?
Huh?
How much damage did you
11
do?
points.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 and 4.
All right. So yes, the tree continue. You kind of swing your sword into the side of it, makes a large crunching, and some of the side of the tree falls over and kind of sinks into the Icarus ground.
The yogurt.
Yes, the yogurt. Ryan, now it is your turn.
What the hell am I?
Attack this tree.
I'll be dealing with the fag, boys. Don't you worry about the fag.
Please attack the tree.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Thundering Smite and hit the tree.
You're gonna cast Thunder Smite.
The
and
tree goes flying.
All right.
Ka-chow!
Ka-chow.
14. No. 12.
Yeah,
But
same roll.
It's a
but,
tree.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. I've missed shit that wasn't moving much.
Yeah.
Before. That big snake monster was probably not like fucking.
So the
agile.
tree has to make like a strength saving throw here.
I'm gonna say that its strength is pretty high.
Okay.
It's a big tree.
Still get to do my damage though. So spear is a D8. 5 plus 5 is 10 damage plus 2d6. 12, 18 damage to the
18
tree.
damage to the tree. Okay.
And whatever you want to do for that strength saving throw.
So you, what did you attack with?
My spear.
Your spear. So you run up to the tree and you stab at it. At Hell's Heart, or from Hell's Heart, I stab at thee. And you kind of stab it, and it crackles with lightning. And you hear kind of a muffled hissing from deep within what sounds to be the tree. The tree itself takes a fair amount of damage and is now sort of bleeding the Ichor.
What?
So yes, it is now like hemorrhaging this dark black sludge that is flowing out of it and kind of collecting around the base.
When I hit level 3, do I get like a spell or something?
You get some cool stuff. Don't you worry.
I am worrying.
Don't you worry, baby.
Because I'm a garbage boy.
Don't you
right
worry about it, baby girl. Okay, Bill, it's your turn.
Sacred Flame twice inside a tree.
Sacred Flame twice. Okay.
He takes 12 points of damage.
12
5
points
and
of damage.
7. And I'm gonna scream, trying to fight us. What's your IQ? Room temperature? In abyssal still.
It's like
Okay.
Kissing contest. You
So,
guys are having.
You
I'll just stab at it.
you cast Holy Flame or whatever the spell was.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, thank you. And the entire tree is now burning. Now you are burning the Ichor on the outside. It is acting as what is it? Fuel for the fire. So the flames are ascending up the side of this large tree, and it is successfully burning in holy fire. It's also starting to like fall from the damage that has been done to the insides. It is splintered, it is cracked, it is now falling over slowly, kind of to the right. And again, you hear horrific abyssal
Weird shit, level
screams,
3.
cursing your name from the inside of the tree.
How does it know his name?
My name's Cyril Figgis.
There you go. Then the Fae are going to attack again because that's what they do.
You mean you have action surge, right?
I don't know what that is.
That's
Additional
that's your
action.
extra action.
So you could like attack twice.
Only once though.
Still.
Bill, the Fae succeed in attacking you,
I'll attack
doing
twice
6
each
points
turn,
of
I guess.
damage. Do a Constitution saving throw.
A con save?
Yeah.
19.
19. Okay, you succeed. You're fine.
My turn.
Yes, your turn.
That was almost a 9.
I'm gonna attack this tree twice.
The tree is already falling over and presumably dead.
Well, it's still screaming, so it's
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's
The
still,
tree is dead.
But the demon inside is.
You don't see a demon yet.
Can I like look for one?
I mean, you can spend your time like looking at the tree. You want to attack someone?
Can I attack a group of 6 of these little baby men?
I'll give you a.
Hey, if they can attack a 6, I can attack 6 of them.
I'll give you a chance to cleave.
Yeah.
At least because there's 3 melee ones and 3 ranged ones.
Okay.
So I'll give you a chance to cleave the 3 up close.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just go for it.
13.
13 does not break their AC.
Okay. Then I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
This is my extra action.
Your extra action.
Yeah,
Okay.
same
So
thing.
You can attack again.
Action surge.
Oh, good. Okay, so you swing wildly at these little corrupted sprites. They're dancing around, avoiding your slices fairly elegantly.
This game sucks.
And then Ryan, it's your turn again.
Alright, so
During this time
presumably
period,
dealt
the
with,
tree
or-
is falling over, and at this point has pretty much slammed onto its side. The kind of what is it? Actually I should do a 13. Okay. So yeah, it is slammed over onto its side, and there is now kind of a dark smoke emerging from the base of the tree and kind of coalescing in the area around.
Do your search for demon magics.
Maybe. First off, I am going to use my lay on hands on myself for just 6 points. Yep.
You lay on hands?
Mm-hmm.
That's your whole turn? Okay. So you cast your lay on hands, you make your little well. Are you using it to heal yourself? Okay. Perfect. Alright, so you cast lay on hands. Bill, it is your turn.
So we can see a weird smoky substance popping up out of the tree.
Yes.
I'm betting demon. I'm going to attack it twice. This time in Sacred Flame still, keeping the radiant damage going.
Okay.
If I hit the demon, then it's double
Well,
damage.
okay, so no demon has manifested itself. It is just a coalescing group, or kind of collection of smoke.
I'm still putting Sacred Flame just right there on top of this stump.
On top of the snow? Okay. Yeah, you can put it
Yeah,
there.
when all this smoke is coalescing.
Okay. You can do that. Keep this thing burning. So...
Smoke takes 9 points of damage.
Smoke takes 9 points of damage. Okay, so... Faye...
I'm gonna insult it again, too.
Okay,
Hey,
so...
can I still hear it screaming at me?
Yeah, no, it's screaming at you, and it's getting louder. It's no longer muffled. It's becoming very, very close, as if it's right in front of you, and
Also,
it's
you
becoming
can heal
louder.
yourself.
No.
Great. I'm gonna go with,
I don't have the book.
the only reason you were born is your mother had tennis elbow.
Alright. So you continue to insult, and it's getting louder.
Where's
It
Right here.
is going to manifest
Once per turn,
into
you
this
can use the bonus
shadowy
action to
demon
gain
with
hit
no
points equal to
face.
1d10 plus your
It is
flying
still
roll.
flowing
Motherfucker,
with
that's
kind
a
of
lot.
smoke coming from its
You have to do a
appendages,
short or long. So it's once. Oh.
and it emerges kind of from this stump, and it has taken some damage from the radiant damage that you have
Yeah.
that you've put there on top of it, and it's what is it? It's
Oh, it says on your turn.
Oh, okay.
it's been
It's a
wounded. There's
bonus
a large
action.
gash across its chest that is also oozing that demonic ichor as it approaches you. But it is now approaching you in its fully manifested form to attack. Obviously, because who else would it attack? Then it's the Fae's turn.
Oh, dude.
And none of them hit.
My turn.
Yes, it is your turn
I'm
now.
going to attack the demon.
Attack the demon? Okay, yeah. You can do that.
Right?
Yes. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Plus...
I rolled a 7 total.
Oh, a 7 total? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Ryan, your turn once again.
Alright, what are we hitting, Faye? Is there a demon yet?
There is a demon.
There is a demon. I've used Thundering Smite twice, so that's out of the book. Alright, trusty spear, let's hit this demon with a ranged attack. I'm bringing the big hits.
Wait, why would you use a range attack? Just stab me.
Oh, it's a 7, okay. Plus, so it's just a 10.
A 10? So you throw your spear,
Why would you throw
and it ends up
I remember
precariously
it was the
close
same
to the
damage.
burning stump of this tree. It sticks into the ground and kind of sinks and goes and bubbles into the
Not the
the
yogurt.
yes.
You're the
Bill,
yogurt.
your turn to go.
Screaming.
You are being approached by this shadow demon.
It gets to make 2 dex checks to reduce damage.
Okay.
I guess a 13.
Are those face still here? Yeah, fuck.
It fails both of them.
Alright. Then it takes 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage.
Blast.
Gracious.
My character's gone.
So you have successfully ignited this shadow demon with holy fire. It is collapsed to the ground under the immense pain that it is suffering from this holy damage.
Excellent. And when it collapses on the ground, I'm going to go, why are you on the ground? Why are you on the ground? Come on. Why are you on the ground?
And through his pain, he looks up at you and swears at you in deep abyssal. And the demon's turn to make an attack. And he fails, poor guy. He comes at you, but being like overwhelmed with holy fire, he can only claw out at you as he kind of crawls along the ground. His wings are like melting into this demonic ichor that is now pooling on the ground below him. He seems to be sinking into it. And then the Fae will attack each of you independently. Holy shit! Okay. They did really well. So Ryan and Bill both take 6 points of damage and make Constitution saving throws. Actually, Bill, how much health do you have?
I have 14 left.
Okay. So you actually take 12 points of damage.
What's
I
my
can
other
do that.
saving throw proficiency?
I'm going. I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke. So the Fae get a. Here it is. The Fae get to make a Dex saving throw.
I rolled a 10.
At what? I'm pretty sure they succeed.
At 13.
Yeah, they succeed.
Okay, then they only take 6 points of damage.
Okay, well, you just killed 6 Fae, so congratulations. Yes. So it is Aaron's turn.
They hit me and then they burst into flames and die.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened.
Did my 10 succeed?
Your 10 for the Constitution saving throw? Yes.
Nice, thank God.
I want to attack the demon.
My con saving throw is 13.
Yes, you succeed.
I want to attack the demon.
You want to attack the demon? Go for it.
But I still took 6 points of damage.
Yes, you still took 6 points of damage.
Dude. 8.
8.
Fuck. I want to use my...
Wait, do you not have any bonuses to hit?
I have 3, yeah. I rolled 5.
Oh, I thought you rolled an 8.
I want to use my bonus action to just hit Bill in the face with a health potion.
Okay. You're just gonna throw it at him?
I'm gonna pop it open and just throw it in his general direction.
Okay. Make a dex check to see how well you throw it.
Ooh.
Not
A 2?
Yeah.
Alright.
Roll 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Roll a d4 to see, some of it splashed on him. It was open. 2. You get 2 points of health back because a little bit of health potion splashed on you.
How much damage have you taken?
I'd taken 18 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you got fucked. Alright.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm probably the best person to take damage.
So it's your turn.
Alright. I need to hit this demon, dude.
I haven't hit anything that's attacked. Oh, I hit the tree once, I think.
I need to hit that demon. That is a 15.
Okay. Bill, quick question. If something has a resistance, does it, do they roll at a disadvantage, or do they just have the damage or something?
So resistance is half damage.
Okay. Alright, so yes, you hit the demon that is now on the ground in holy flame.
This is with my rapier, by the way.
Yeah, actually, if you want the opportunity, you can coup de grace them.
What is that?
It means execution. Guaranteed.
The demon?
Yes.
Hey. Go ahead and cut that out.
It's okay. We got it. You're fine. So yes, you can coup de grace this. Remember, you are killing a demon that has corrupted a forest, and you are a paladin.
All right. Well, I want to run up and leap through the fire and flames. No, I don't know what I do. I just want to poke him in the butt.
All right. Butt poking execution number 2 for the day. So you walk up to this demon and you step your way into this circle of holy.
Does he have horns?
Holy fire. He does have horns.
Oh yeah. Actually, I want to grab up onto his horns and like stab him in the head.
Okay.
From behind. Oh, he's on the ground though.
Oh, you can lift him up.
Yeah. All right, get up, and stand there, and I'm gonna grab onto your horns.
Well, you can like grab him by the horn and pull him up. And, but as you walk into this circle of holy fire, it kind of licks along your body until you have been covered in holy flame. As you approach this demon, you are a walking embodiment of holy nature justice.
All right.
And you come up to this guy and you.
Actually, I want to whip him then. I want to whip him.
You want to whip him?
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna stand in front of him. You're not gonna touch him. You're just gonna whip him.
Have you rolled to hit him yet?
Yeah, I rolled 15.
Okay.
You're really embarrassing.
Yeah, because I want my whip to be like on radiant fire.
So yes, you can do that. You
Like
approach him.
Dante's Inferno.
You are now covered in holy fire, about to execute a demon that has befelled your natural lands. And is there anything you want to say to him before you whip his fucking head off?
I whip out some abyssal jargon, but I don't really know what I'm saying.
All right, so you
no,
just
I have
kinda-
nothing I really want
you
to say.
babble. You're
Fire extinguisher.
and
Try to mimic some stuff they were saying while they were arguing.
yeah. So you try your best to produce some abyssal. You say like coconut in abyssal, but
coconut.
but you ready your whip and you whip him. Kind of, it wraps around his neck, and with one jerk, you break his neck, and he falls to the ground and dissipates into this demonic ichor.
What does this dude look like? Is that dude? Holy shit!
I'm gonna look at Rika and I go, "What is wrong with you? Why would you say that? Good. That Lord be damned! What is wrong with you?" I'm gonna back away from him.
Because I said coconut?
You don't know what you said.
Oh, I thought you said I said coconut.
Well, you did, but you don't know what you said.
Yeah, you don't know what you said. You just said that you were mumbling whatever sounded about right.
All right, so
Oh, I crossed the boundary, did I?
He said, "Demon, but he's not that bad." Fuck.
so
I don't even want to be around you.
you have defeated the demon. The air around you seems a little bit clearer. The light now shines through the trees a little bit better.
God,
The
that would've
remaining
been the perfect
Fae,
time to throw my spear, because if that would have hit, it would have been beautiful.
the remaining Fae are no longer corrupted. They are kind of shedding the corruption of the veil or of the grove. The area is still a yogurty, moss-covered, ichor-ridden mess.
I hate that. I hate
hate
that
the
something can
yogurt.
be yogurty.
As an adjective.
Yeah.
But as far as you can tell, being the nature paladin that you are, you have eliminated the evil from this area. And through, over time, with the efforts of the surrounding magical creatures, it should be able to be returned to its older state. You find amongst actually, what do you want to do?
Bill, I think you should look for something.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look for healing myself.
Oh, I'll heal you.
Sounds like a good plan.
6 points of damage. Or 6 points of healing.
Okay.
I'll lay on hands my last 4
I'm
points
at
too.
10.
And he gives you another 4 points.
Okay, 14.
Alrighty. So, yes. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, I say we walk back to the Dryads, and... No, wait, let's just wait here. I'm sure they figured out that this has happened.
Yeah. Also, can we take that guy's horns?
No, he is now Ichor.
Oh.
He is a demonic
You want to
sludge.
loot that?
He's now also become yogurt.
Do you want to put him in the vial?
I'm good. I don't need him.
You want some
I'm
demon?
going to give bird seed to all the sprites.
Okay. They, I guess, eat birdseed. Sure.
A little bit of water. You know, regain your strength.
Sorry, I killed your friends.
Okay, they attacked me. And then my fault that they got
They-
eaten by hellfire.
They understand. No, they're understanding of the situation. They're just thankful to have been relieved from the demonic control. So, Ryan,
Investigation or perception check. Do I find anything?
you can do a perception check.
Good job. 15.
Sure. You kind of go over to the Icarus remnants of the Shadow Demon, and sifting through it, you find a fairly large, but not.
No,
too-
I don't touch it.
Okay, you don't touch it, but you find a fairly large, what appears to be seed, in the remains of the demon Ichor, if you will.
Birdman, come get this seed. Or you. I
I
mean,
walk over and I eat
Come
the seed.
get this seed.
come take this
How
dick.
dare you? How
All
dare
right,
you.
so the bird walks over and eats a seed.
Oh,
Eats
you
the
ate
seed.
it? Come on!
It's seed. Why would you give seed to a bird? What's wrong with you?
It came out of a demon!
Save it for what? It's food.
I
If
mean,
you walked over and handed me a rat, I wouldn't be like, oh, thanks, I'll just save this for later.
it would, yeah,
Okay, so you found a seed, but the bird ate it.
Alright.
You find nothing else really in the area.
I hope that wasn't important.
Could have been.
Oh no, I imagine that was really important. But like only to the dryads.
All right. So I need to make a note of something.
Oh, we just failed the main quest.
Yep, you just failed the main quest. Restart. Reload. No, you're fine. So you wait there, and eventually the dryads emerge from the woods, and they approach you. As
How long does that take?
it takes them about 45 minutes or so.
Alright, so I'm gonna heal myself again, and who else is injured?
Not bad.
I am 14 out of 20.
Alright, I'm gonna heal us. I'm at full, and you're at full.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, so the dryads approach you. In the wake of their movement, you can see small little sprigs of wildflowers and things seem to come up out of the yogurty muck. So it seems as though that their mere presence is seeming to rejuvenate the area into new, uncorrupted life. They approach you
Is
and
the yogurt gone?
and inquire about your battle.
He ate the seed.
They're not quite sure what you mean.
I'm going to
Good.
use mirror images or misty visions, and I'm going to just show them the battle in a way scaled down version.
You can probably
using illusion
turn
magic.
it up a little bit now. Okay, so you demonstrate to them the battle. They're noticeably frightened by the occurrences, and they're horrified by the fact that you incinerated some sprites. But again,
It looks way cooler. Like we don't miss at all.
oh, you make it look amazing.
My
All right.
spear hit.
Yeah, when our
No,
paladin
not-
gets to the cruising
Not even,
class,
not that.
he's
That's too
like-
far.
He can't even make the illusion.
Okay. So yes, you recount the battle to them, and you relay to them that the area, as diagnosed by the paladin, has been cleared of its demonic presence, and that over time it should return to a healthy natural state.
Good news, everybody.
All right. So
Quick question. Have you guys seen a pair of gloves?
Can you guys sign my
hands,
purple?
except just the skin, and they have trees on the back of them. I have to get some gloves.
So yeah, they kind of speak to each other, and one of them lets out a little melodic whistle, and from the forest into the grove comes a stag, which walks in slowly, and on its antlers are perched two gloves crafted of fine leather with what appears to be iconic trees on the back of each hand.
I'm gonna grab one of the gloves. I'm gonna put it on my hand. I'm gonna stick my arm into the Arakoa's mouth and stick my hand down his throat
You succeed on none of this.
and make him throw up the seed.
you succeed on none of this.
Alright, well, let me stick my hand in his mouth.
They very awkwardly lick his hand. Like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, so I'm like,
Alright, I'm gonna roll. We're gonna roll for this. You wanna tell? You can't just tell me I fail.
I can, but
Let's see.
I guess I grab the other glove and I try to do the same to him.
Alright, let's
so
see.
you two now
Let's-
have each other's hands in each other's
Let's see
mouths.
if I can make him throw up the seed.
Roll
Alright, let's dex check this. Who
Roll
goes
a
up
dex
first?
check to make sure your hand doesn't get bitten off.
He would have to bite my hand off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bite on his hand. Are we dex checking or are we constitution rolling to see who throws up?
Alright, that's fair.
roll your respective constitution.
Okay. Shit!
Plus-
Motherfucker!
14
modifier.
plus 14
I got
plus
one.
17.
You critically failed.
I
So
rolled
apparently,
17.
the Arakoa does not like hands in its mouth. And after moments of retching, it vomits this large collection of fur and bones out onto the ground. You are able to sift through it and eventually find the seed still intact.
And then I give him his glove back.
And he gives you the other glove, which is now, covered in bird saliva and vomit.
That's okay. I wash it off.
All right, so you now have the gloves. You have the seed. And, yeah, the Dryads ask if there's anything else that you would like.
I like how they didn't comment on that whole...
I mean, they were definitely weirded out by it, but...
Do they know what my potion is?
Hey! What is this?
I mean, as long as you're here.
I mean, how often are we going to run into Dryads? Can they sign my prayer book? Can I get their autograph?
They seem to... They inspect it, and they say it seems to be some sort of fairy magic, but they're not necessarily aware which. You would actually have to go and talk to some fairies.
Alright, gotta track down some fairies. That helps.
It'll take you to that place where you get the dragon longsword.
Where is
You
that?
gotta shoot the tail for that. Alright, anything else from you guys?
It's in that like
I'm
shack.
gonna learn how to use the gloves. I'm gonna ask them about the gloves and learn how to use them.
Okay, so they will teach you the effect.
You could use
of
those like
the
fairy
gloves.
circles.
Yeah. What the hell is that? I want to say it started with like an X.
So do you guys like eat food, or I'm gonna pull out my bag of eyeballs and like offer them eyeballs?
And they're thankful because they understand like the miscommunication, but they're very averse to the consumption of various kinds of eyeballs. Aaron, you have a seed. You have successfully retrieved it.
I like to give the seed to the Dryads.
Okay, so you present to them this seed, which out of it has a small sprout, and they approach you and look at it, and one of the Dryads kind of closes it. It closes the seed in its hands, opens it back up, and the seed is now encased in this sort of hard shell, and they give it back to you. And they indicate to you that they want you to take this somewhere and plant it in a place of great significance for
Okay.
them. Because they tell you that this area, while once sacred, is now corrupt and not usable. So they want you to take the spawn of their sacred tree and plant it somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I gave you the seed because I thought it had something to do with your gloves. Like maybe you had to grow them.
Go grow your gloves.
I do. I need to plant 10 trees. Now I gotta plant 10 trees.
All right. So now, what are you guys going to do as we come to the conclusion of today?
We should head north to the village. No.
So you're continuing to head north.
No.
North would take us to Northwood potentially, and then if we went back south.
We already got the gloves, and that's what we were coming to north area for, so I guess we should just start heading over to that other place.
Can Birdman fly up and see if he sees anything to the north real quick?
Sure, I shoot up into the air.
Okay,
What am I
so-
looking for?
Civilization. Or maybe
Is
like
there any towns near here besides that one place over on the coast?
You see to the north there seems to be a small town, smaller than Darktown. What you assume is Northwood.
Does it look interesting at all?
It's not a particularly remarkable town. No, there's a small stream that flows near it. But other than that, no, it doesn't seem to be anything of interest to you.
I'm gonna fly back down. Yeah, there's nothing to the north.
I say we go to that other place to the east.
to Echowood Bay.
Bay.
Burr, 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 burr.
Womp, 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 womp.
Okay.
Love when you're nude.
All right. So yeah.
Are the dragons still with us?
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna ask them for a bag of seeds. So seeds I can plant instead of seeds that I eat.
Okay. So as you request a bag of seeds, and the Dryads are, being familiar with the gloves, are perfectly happy to present them to you. One of the Dryads bends down to the ground and kind of parts the yogurty acre on the ground, and from it grows this leaf, like pouch, which containing a fair number of seeds, probably about 30 seeds.
I'm gonna give them a ruby brooch.
Okay, and they accept your gesture. Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're gonna take something, you gotta give something.
So yes, the dryads ask where you're going exactly, and if they can assist you in any sort of navigational efforts.
Do they know of this moon well?
A moon well. So you ask them specifically about a moon well.
Yeah.
They
Off to the
that
east, in yonder.
at the mention of a moon well, they're quite excited, and they'll tell you that in yonder, as you are familiar with, there is a great moon well.
Okay.
Which
so
is
people
known
know.
by the creatures of the forest as sort of a natural worship position to Hersius or Halrael. I'm getting my Titans and my Angels mixed up.
You're getting your Mike Tyson's.
And they're able to give you a little bit more specific directions. They'll tell you a couple landmarks that you can navigate by in order to get there more effectively than wandering along the path aimlessly. They'll tell you about a river that you'll run into if you go from... they tell you what you suspect, that if you go from the hamlet across to yonder, and you take the road from there, they'll tell you you'll run into a stream eventually. There'll be a bridge, and if you follow the stream downstream, you'll eventually find yourself at the moon well.
Cool.
The infamous strip club.
Yep. All right. So, is there anything else you guys want?
Where are they the dryads of? Are they the dryads of Northwood?
They are the collective forest creatures of this area. They have since been fragmented as a result of the desiccation of their kind of place of worship. They tell stories that some dryads attempted to migrate across the continent into different areas.
Irisvale was on fire. That's how we got the dark.
But they are like indigenous to this area.
Okay. Shall we head to Echowood Bay?
That's the plan.
Shall.
Okay, so saying farewell to the forest creatures and going back the way you came, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You travel back to the path and back down south along the road to take the fork to Echowood Bay. And we will conclude there for today.
Cool.
Alright. I would like to thank our loyal viewers. We've had Mukia Punch for a fair while, and we still have Knuckers from prior to the stream going down.
What happened to Chubby
Thank you
Man?
guys for watching.
Fuck these kids.
Yes, thank you guys very much. We should be here next week, at least as many of us that can, and we will continue our journey yonder in search of the Moonwell. So, thank you guys again for joining us here at Knights of the Pool Table, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.